Hey guys, it's Sam Sundara here. I want to have a quick, candid chat with you about EMF frequencies and what you can do to protect yourself and your family because it's been a common question lately. So, as someone who hasn't been vaccinated since I was a child and drinking distilled water, and no doubt there's a lot of other elements involved in this, but I'm extremely sensitive to electrical frequencies, and my family is too. I'm not detuned to them. It's pure physics. So if your vibratory rate is more dense, and this can be as a result of a poor diet or more toxins on board, but you might not feel the increased amplitude of these frequencies, but it will still weaken your body and result in sickness later. So it's not just those who might get a headache or brain fog or poor sleep because they're quite sensitive to EMF stress, but it's everyone, you know. And these days, we're not just in a toxic soup of chemicals, but also a lot of different harmful frequencies, not just Wi Fi. And I know so many of you are aware of this because, we're seeing more unusual cold and flu type symptoms, aren't we? Symptom patterns. But let's blame it on invisible germs floating through the air. No, let's not. Let's get to the truth of it so that we can actually deal with it and protect ourselves and our families. Did you know that you can actually regrow teeth through frequency? Let me know if you know about this or anything about this area. So, drop me a comment because I'm sure many of us will have something to add here, different experiences. I'd love to hear if you've had any experience of frequencies, both harmful and helpful. So if you can grow a tooth, imagine what some of these less beneficial frequencies could potentially do. I'm not saying this to scare anyone, but again, let's get to the truth, because the truth is empowering, right? So last year was a really challenging year for us. We had some health challenges in our home, which was unusual for our family. I had a really odd set of symptoms resulting in very intense dizziness that actually caused me to black out at one point. It was weird. I actually still have the scar. But, at that time, I did call it frequency sickness because that's what it felt like. I could feel it. It was not COVID. It was not some weird strain of flu, as, I see so many people presuming these days. So I did some digging and I found that, lo and behold, the airport, which was just, less than 2 k's away from our home we'd moved to, actually had a Doppler radar weather station, which many of them do. And so I up-leveled our home protection and we all felt a lot better. My son's eyesight even improved after that. Because, it's actually scientifically impossible to transmit a flu or a virus through contact alone. Now, I know that this will challenge some of you, but bear with me because, there are actually multiple studies where they try to demonstrate the transmission of sickness through physical contact and through bodily fluids, including sputum and snot, and, it was very gross. But they literally could not make the healthy person sick in this way. It might gross you out, but it's not going to transmit a bug, because there are other factors involved in this. So this is actually being disproven by some really valid studies, which is super interesting. But you can develop a flu as an immunological response to increased toxicity. And that includes harmful frequencies. So I want to hear from you guys. Is this something that you're struggling with? Is this something you're interested in learning more about? Are you needing more info about how to protect yourselves? I will actually drop a link for the product range that we use because several people have asked recently. So if you want to check that out, we've found this particular range extremely effective, and we've tried loads of different brands. We actually use the Enerband for my son. He never takes that off. I have phone tags on all of our devices, and we also use their Geo Cleanse, which is a wall plug. You just plug that into a normal power socket, and it covers the whole house. And really good to travel with as well. We have that here in Bali. And one last tip: take your shoes off and walk outside, preferably on some grass, to ground yourself. Because it literally, again, it's physics, it literally will discharge all of that electromagnetic energy from your energy field. And do this every day for a week and let me know if you feel like it makes a difference. The other thing is to rehydrate yourself, preferably using the purest water source that you can find, preferably distilled water, because it's very protective. I can also drop a link below to my ebook, Water Wisdom, because it contains loads of helpful info all about this. All right, beautiful people, until next time.